There are like a few exemptions available for different, for different businesses. Like for example, if your turnover is below than 800,000 US dollar, up until 2026, you can enjoy like a zero tax. But then overall, it's still like a 9% corporation tax charge. Now, it's still a very competitive tax rate. It's a pretty low tax rate, especially when you compare that with with other countries like Europe, UK, US, etc. So it's still a pretty competitive tax rate. So, but yeah, you just end up paying like 9% tax rate on that. The last point I've mentioned here on this slide is the UAE resident permit. So that's something which is actually quite important for this structure, and this is why I think one of the reasons why Dubai is like much more tax secure from a global tax perspective, because it's not just like a paper company or not just like a shell company which you have incorporated in a jurisdiction like BVI, Seychelles or something, where you have absolutely no connection with the entity whatsoever. So it's actually a jurisdiction where the directors and the shareholders have like a personal connection with the entity. So it's very important for an economic substance point of view. So if you take the resident permit, of course, it allows you to live in the UAE as well. And if you actually live in the UAE for a certain number of time, like 6 months or more in a tax year, then you actually qualify for being a UAE tax resident as well. And it comes with like quite a bit of personal tax advantage as well. So in this solution, there will be a 9% corporation tax rate, of course, a pretty competitive rate, but you will end up paying 9% corporation tax rate. In terms of the personal taxes, so if you withdraw any salaries or dividends out of the company profit, they will be subject to taxes in your home country. Now, if you take the resident permit and let's say you decide to live in the UAE for 6 months or more in a tax year, then you can qualify for being a UAE personal tax resident. And in that case, if you take any salaries or dividends out of the company profit, they will be subject to UAE taxes, which at the moment is 0% as far as the personal taxes are concerned.